Okie dokie, we have a replay here from NC's Anti-Kaiju and the green one. I don't know anything about this. I didn't watch it ahead of time. I'm just going to go ahead and cast it. Normally what I do is I watch these at times 4 speed, whatever the fastest is. Don't really pay attention to what's going on. And then if the game ends up close enough, I'll decide to cast it if the builds were interesting, right? I veto any games that don't have interesting builds right away. But this one had such interesting builds, and it was submitted that I'm just going to record it and trust. And if it sucks, then I just won't post it. But we're just going to trust that this is good. For Kids Love of Anti-Kaiju, we do have 2 Akshina Ambushers, one of which is the Wolf Hearts. We actually have a 3rd Akshina Ambusher off on the flank. We have 1 Kosovo Dervish. In the Vanguard, 4 Things in the Woods, Tsarina Katerin with Death Frost and Frost Fang. And then 2 Ice Guard with Glaives, a couple Kossars, and then Armored Kossar Frontline. The Ice Guard, triple Akshina Ambusher after their nerfs, and then Tsarina is what caught my attention. And then on the other side, the Coast also have a very strange build. The Salt Lord Scudlers with another Deck Dropper Bomber. 2 of them, in fact, for the green one. Don't see a lot of Deck Dropper Bombers, much less 3 in the same game. And then a front line of Rotting Promethean Gunnery Mobs, Animated Hulks, a bunch of Pistol Mobs, Count Noctilus, and 1 Hand Cannon left out in the cold to get run down by Kosovo Dervishes off screen. So for the Bombers, they're having a pretty bad time in front of these Akshina Ambushers and Ice Guard, just getting mowed down. Looks like we're going to lose 2 of the 3 Bombers already. Noctilus does use his Wraith Storm to do a lot of damage to these Ice Guard blades. It's a very elite unit, so it's a nice cast for Noctilus overall. Now the Bombers, while they died, I mean, they did some good damage on the way out versus the Akshina Ambushers. So honestly, I think that was probably even or Vampire Coast value trade. Rotting Prometheans, Animated Hulks getting in dirty with the Kislev backline. And actually, these Ice Guard are going to be rather menacing. Ooh, they don't have armor-piercing missile strength, though. I always forget that. Regardless, it'll still be decent missile strength, and they are halberd armor-piercing units. It's not like the Promethean mobs get back to them and really cause that much disruption. A Frostfang is getting used on a summon. That is a bit unfortunate usage of that item, since the summon is by nature impermanent. The hand cannon mob in the distance is dying. The deck droppers are slowly getting whittled away by the crumbling, and Akshina Ambushers are firing in the distance. So things seem to be going well for Kislev, but the bounce power is in the favor of the Coast. And I guess the reason for that is the Armored Kossar frontline has not had a good time, not at all, getting run down by these Prometheans, including the Land Preservers. They are getting slapped. Noctilus dealing with these Ice Guard Glaives himself, chasing them down, then decided to kite away a little bit, get some distance back, and I'm sure Tsarina Katerin is just going to spam Death Frosts on Noctilus to make sure that he pays the ultimate price for existing. Still have some pistol mobs in the back that are doing a little bit of disruption, so Things in the Woods went back there to mess with them a little bit, but those zombies with some crab support seem to have done a lot of damage to the Things in the Woods, so Kislev not loving that part of the trade. Ice Guard trying to hold their ground against the Animated Hulks. We'll have to draw their halberds soon and get into the fight. Getting crab clawed around. Things getting a little risky here for old Kislev. The Ice Guards so far not really paying for themselves. Noctilus does have a couple pistol mob summons out, being annoying here and there. Katerin... Oh, okay, wait. That's just her animation when she moves. I thought she was overcasting this whole time. Ice Guard still taking a lot of damage, still getting pushed around. The Lamper's Revenge going to come and finish off this healthier Ice Guard. But on the positive side, Kislev does still have this healthy Kosovo Dervish that's running around and killing off more pistol mobs. And they have a full health Akshina Ambusher in the woods that has been kept safe so far. Noctilus uses another summon. How many does he have left? 0 on his moon dial, 3 as a cast goes, and he is getting hit with Death Frost and dueling Tsarina right now. And the Ice Guard are actually going to form up a firing line real quick and try and shoot at Noctilus, but it looks like they lose the plot. Instead, aim over here. Not a bad target, honestly. Kill off some Animated Hulks that are already taking a lot of damage. Alright, we like that. We like that. Kislev's still very behind the bounce power, though it honestly doesn't feel that bad for them. Noctilus is danger low. He's getting shot by pistols, too, a little bit. Another Frostfang comes out to hit another summon. I've not loved that most of those hit summons so far, but I suppose for Tsarina, the pistol mobs are out of range. It's not like she can actually hit anything that's not a summon. For the Vampire Coast, they only have one pistol mob left that is not a summon. So they don't even have that many more infantry for her to clear out, I suppose. We have some Kossars who have rallied. They're all shooting at Noctilus. Noctilus chucks out a Wraithstorm while he heals himself. And both of the Ice Guard Glaives have suffered quite heavily. One, in fact, shatters or dies straight up. Hard to tell. Looks like they might have died because the flag's not even around anymore. The Akshina Ambushers from the woods are back, shooting the Lampus Revenge. Bounce power is so low, it looks like army losses coming in close, but that feels so early to me. Animated Hulk and Pistol Mob are going to fade away on their own. Noctilus is very, very low. The Lampus Revenge is really the only healthy, expensive thing left. It is getting shot right now by Akshina Ambushers. It is getting even surrounded by things in the woods, so bounce power, you calm the F down. We are doing just fine here as that Akshina Ambusher gets a really good volley off. Kossar still trying to punish Noctilus. He heals himself up again. And they might want to turn their attentions onto the animated Hulks that are charging straight for them. A little more guaranteed value there. The Noctilus on foot versus archers is a pretty safe bet for the Vampire Coast. Akshina Ambushers plus these armored Kossars and things in the woods trying to finish off the Lampus Revenge, doing amazing damage to them. And those guys are regenerating. But damn! That is so much damage. Even after the armor-piercing missile nerfs, they still do, they pack a punch, man. Ice Guard going to continue to shoot at Noctilus. Once again, I think they're shooting at the animated Hulks or the other Rotting Prometheans. Noctilus is so small as a foot character that most of the arrows are going to just whiz by him. Lampus Revenge are toast. The Akshina Ambushers did it. If they can get one more volley onto this other Rotting Prometheans gunnery mob, that would be huge for them in this game. Noctilus heals himself yet again, trying to make the bounce power better, but a Death Frost follows him everywhere he goes. These Ice Guard continue to shoot. Now, these Kossars, there were Kossars with spears before us. There was a bit of hybrid infantry fighting the animated Hulks, but now they should be able to clean up these Kossars with ease. We'll see what the pistol Kossars do. It looks like all of these armored Kossars with the pistols are shooting at Noctilus. No one going to bother with the animated Hulks, and I do wonder if that is a mistake. Akshina Ambushers running low on ammunition. They are firing the last of what they have into these rotting Prometheans. But the Rotting Prometheans will get to them on the charge. They should knock these guys around a little bit. Akshina Ambushers are not the menaces in melee combat they used to be, but man, those crabs are low. Noctilus still taking slowpoke damage over time. Those Death Frosts have really been weighing on his mind. Noctilus for now is relying on an almost dead Lampus Revenge, a crumbling Promethean mob, and a single pistol. For Kislev, we have Zarina, who is very, very low. We have an Ice Guard who is very low. Armored Kossar is very low. And a healthy Akshina Ambusher that is currently under duress. We'll see how many Death Frosts are left. Noctilus has 0 Wraithstorms to punish Katerin. And he does have 3 Drowned Dead summons, but I wonder if either of these things is true. If he has the Winds of Magic for a pistol summon, or if he wants to even risk an Overcast right now, because if Noctilus is low HP, the Overcast could be more deadly than the pistol mob is to Katerin. And there's another Death Frost that's going to whittle him down. That might just kill him. It has the same damage profile as Spirit Leash, but it lasts longer, though it does cost more Winds of Magic. And yeah, that is going to be goodbye to Count Noctilus, a big moment for Kislev in this game. Armored Kossars continue to shoot at the pistol mob that is not crumbling yet. The animated Hulks and Lampus Revenge, sorry, I'm so used to saying that. The Rotting Prometheans gunnery mob are crumbling, but they have destroyed this once healthy Akshina Ambusher that has all the ammunition left. They're going to kill it on their way out. They even shatter it after the Buyer Blood passive goes off. It's at negative 54 leadership. It gets down to negative 55, then it will shatter. Katerin is kiting away as best she can. Pistol mob is crumbling, though, so for the Vampire Coast, all 3 of their units left on the field are crumbling, and the bounce power is heavily in their favor. Armored Kossars are trading pistol shots with this gunnery mob. Elsewhere, we have regular Kossars and armored Kossars, but their leadership is too low to come back, it appears. Akshina Ambushers are gone. Can the Vampire Coast hold on despite their crumbling? Can these armored Kossars hold on for the might of Kislev? If Katerin dies, then I think army losses will trigger, because I think the armored Kossars will probably break in her absence, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Everything is just crumbling so much as pistol shots continue to come in onto the gunnery mob. Bounce power is creeping back towards the middle, maybe even into Kislev's favor, as time is 100% on their side. The green one and his pistols trying to get to Katerin, trying to knock her down. She has less than 600 HP. The pistols are having a hard time finishing her off. They missed that entire volley, unfortunately for them. They do have Firewall moving, so they're going to keep trying to chase her, keep trying to get that damage out. And the trees, animated Hulks crumbling while they chase down the Ice Guard. Pistol still poking away, less than 500 HP for Zarina. But the crabs can't catch up. They're just crumbling away too fast. I think Kislev will prevail this day. Alright, that was wild. I was just casting it for the builds, but also turned out to be a banger. Ice Guard did okay, not amazing. The real heroes of the day were the Akshina ambushers. I guess it's mostly just the one that flanked around and got free shots. Things in the Woods did okay. Cosmic Dervishes did fine. Zarina, Katarina, and Death Frost, 3,000 value from just poking Noctilus down. I also do that a lot as Kislev. If I'm not taking Mother Ostankia, who is a really, really good lord, I do just tend to take Death Frost as my only spell. It's solid enough. For green one, Bomber Bats mixed value. Animated Hulks were pretty good at just running down things and being annoying, so were the Crabs. The Hand Cannon mob got left behind is tragic, and then the Pistol mobs did pretty darn well. GG. Roar.
Subscribe, yes, yes.